There was a moment you learned to hide, not because anyone told you to, but because something in you noticed the cost of being seen. You noticed how honesty made people uncomfortable, how openness invited judgment, how softness became leverage for someone else. So you adapted. You became composed, reasonable, in control. You learned to explain your pain instead of expressing it, to analyze emotions instead of letting them move through you. And for a long time, it worked. It protected you. It kept you safe from embarrassment, abandonment, exposure. But here's the paradox. The same weakness you hid to survive is now the thing quietly draining your power. Because power is not loud, it's not aggressive, and it's not emotional exposure disguised as authenticity. Power is containment. Power is timing. Power is self-possession. And when vulnerability is shown too freely, too early, without grounding, you don't gain closeness. You lose gravity. You feel it when people talk over you, when your needs become negotiable, when your presence fades the moment you over-explain yourself. This isn't about becoming cold, and it's not about suppressing emotion. It's about understanding why the wrong vulnerability at the wrong time costs you influence, respect, authority, especially if you grew up without emotional safety. When a child expresses fear and meets silence, dismissal, unpredictability, the nervous system learns a rule. Expression does not equal safety. So you become vigilant. You scan the room. You calculate what's safe to reveal. You don't feel emotions fully. You manage them. But uncontained vulnerability doesn't create intimacy. It creates imbalance. People don't lean in, they lean back. Because presence, real authority, comes from regulation, not overflow. And this is the quiet grief, the grief of needs never voiced correctly, of being understood but not deeply felt, of living armored but unseen. Healing doesn't mean becoming harder, it means becoming whole. You don't stop being vulnerable. You become selective. You let silence work for you. You let your nervous system settle before you speak. You stop bleeding in public. You stop explaining your worth. You don't lose softness. You gain center. Because the goal was never to be fixed. The goal was to come home to yourself. You weren't broken. You were surviving. And now, you're learning how to hold your power.